Alright, hello and welcome back to the Steins visual novel. My name is Gamer Guy for you, and let us continue on here. We're zoning in on the information of the time travel. So they're trying to pinpoint things, so we're just talking about it, and Dara says, after what Mayuri said, Dara says, so much gel. Oh jeez. According to Mayuri, the refrozen chicken had indeed been jellified when she tried eating it. Kurisu's prediction was right. Interesting. Mayuri says, and you can send 36 letters in a D-mail, but everything past that disappears, right? Mayuri continues. So I think maybe you can't send big things, or a lot of small things. She continues. Maybe the curb black hole. Now see, the way they pronounce it, it sounds like cur. And I'm saying care. Whatever. Kurisu says, it's cur black hole. But I say care. Mayuri. The curb black hole. Kurisu says, care black hole. She just skipped it. Mayuri says, the black hole's hole is too tight. Oh gosh. Daru. Why is the visual novel so much better than I thought it would be, even after having seen it before? Oh my goodness. It's so amusing because you're so familiar with it. The characters and all that. Even haven't seen the anime. You know, anime and then seen the visual novel and then playing the visual novel. It's so much fun. It's way better than you would think it would be. I'll give it that. Alright, Dara says, Mayushi. Say that one more time. Starting from whole. Or starting from whole. Oh, good gosh. Mayuri says, the hole is too tight. Jeez, look at Dara's face. Dara says outrageous. Okabe says, stop making her say stuff like that. Mayuri has flowers for brains, so she's easy prey for Daru's hentai-ness. It drives me crazy. Not as crazy as Mirai Nikki. Kurisu says, the hole is tight. Huh? That might not be entirely wrong. Alright. Kurisu says, or continues, maybe we have the same problem CERN has with their time machine. Since they can't fully control the lifter, they can't make the singularities perfectly naked, which limits how much they can send. Dara says, anyway, 6 Japanese or 12 English characters comes out to 12 bytes. English characters are half width, so they only use 1 byte. but full-width Japanese characters use 2. Interesting.
バイトキロバイトじゃなくて
Carissa says, bytes? Not kilobytes?
おっとマキセ氏はメカに弱いタイプと見た
Dara says, oh? So Maki says she's bad with computers.
そうなのかジョッシュ
Okabe trolls. Is that so, assistant?
うるさいなバイトなんて単位は最近見ないから確認しただけよ
Oh, the lovely Usai. Carissa says, shut up. You don't see things measured in bytes nowadays, so I was just making sure. Such a tsundere. By the way, 1 kilobyte is 1024 bytes. 1 byte is 8 bits. Holy heck. That gets into some tricky number work, I guess. Jeez. 1 kilobyte, byte, bits. Oh, jeez.
まあ電子メールは本文テキストだけじゃないけどさ送信先と送信元のメールアドとかヘッダとかもろもろ込みだともっと増えるけど
So there's bit, bytes, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, and then whatever else. That's as far as I can go. If somebody else can go further, you deserve an award in the comment section. Dara says, well, email isn't just comprised of text. There's more to it, like the sender and receiver's email addresses, the header, and various other things.
目安として12バイト分の文字数なら3回分は転送できるってことじゃねあちなみに件名は入れると入れないとでどう変わるかわかんね
He continues, so roughly speaking, we can send data in 3 batches of 12 bytes then. By the way, I don't know if using a subject changes anything.
確かに唐揚げやバナナをデジタルデータに換算したところで12バイト程度のサイズになるとは思えんな。
Ogawa says, but I'm pretty sure that chicken and bananas have to be larger than 12 bytes. See, they're trying to pin down all the information. They're trying to pin it down and figure things out. How do you measure a banana in bytes anyway?
塩は一つ一つが小さいから12バイト以下と換算された可能性がある。
Okabe continues. Since each grain of salt is tiny, it's possible they could be converted to less than 12 bytes.
質量が大きいと超重力に押しつぶされるっていうこと
Krisu says, so larger masses get crushed by supergravity?
質量ではないかもしれない。データには重さはない。
She looks good in that lab coat, by the way. Just gotta say that. Alright, Okabe says, mass might not be the issue here. Data doesn't have mass.
いずれにせよ得意点を裸にできていない時点でイベントホライゾンを通過せざるを得なくなる
Krisu says, in any case, since the singularity isn't naked, the object is forced to pass through the event horizon.
そのイベントホライゾン内では空間と時間の入れ替わりの影響でリング上得意点に到達した被験者は超高速に達しているから
She continues, inside the event horizon, space and time switch places, causing the subject that arrived at the ring singularity to reach ultra-high speed.
超重力により押しつぶされて破壊されたデータがブラックホールから吐き出されてしまう
She continues, the data, crushed and destroyed by supergravity, is shot out of the black hole.
ゼリーマンの出来上がりだ。
Okabe says, as a jelly man.
でも質量が小さければ通り抜けられるとも思えないどっちにしろ超重力の中を抜けないといけないのよ
Krisu says, but even a small mass has to pass through supergravity. How does it emerge unscathed?
穴がきついのならば注入する電子を増やせばいい。
Okabe says, if the hole is too tight, then just inject more electrons. Daru, you shut the heck up.
そんな簡単な問題とは思えない。セルンだってその方法は試したはず。なのに実験開始から9年経っても解決できていない。
Creaser says, I don't think it's that simple. I mean, I'm sure CERN's tried that already, and yet they haven't got any results after 9 years of experiments.
単純に電子の量を増やせばいいってわけでもないのよ。
I would love it if they did a dark mystery anime and sci-fi, a dark mystery sci-fi anime based on Nikola Tesla. If they did that, I would be so dang excited, but they would have to come up with some sort of very unique plot. I would love that, absolutely love that. I've come up with various different anime ideas. I'm just so busy than having to work on them and nothing really coming about from it. So it's not really motivating. So anyhow, let's continue. Carissa says, it's not as simple as increasing the flow of electrons. Okabe says, I see.
そもそもセルンではリフターがあるけど、電話レンジの場合、そのリフターに代替するものが何なのかすら分かってない。これじゃ調整以前の問題。
Carissa says, CERN has a lifter, but we don't know what in the phone wave is filling the same role, much less how to adjust it. She has a point.
リフターに変わるものが何なのか、それは不明だが。
Okabe says, we don't know what acts as the lifter.
少なくともその代替物の効果により、リング得意点に36バイトプラスアルファまでが通り抜け可能な道が作られているのは確かだ。
Okabe continues, but we do know that it has successfully created a path wide enough to send approximately 36 bytes of data through the ring singularity.
よくわかんないよ。
Mayuri says, I don't get it. Mayuri, finished with her chicken, looks at us in confusion.
リング上得意点の入り口である内側のイベントホライゾンを魔王城の門に例えればいい。
Okabe says, think of it like an RPG. The ring singularity, the entrance to the event horizon, is the gate to the Demon Lord's castle.
魔王城？
Carissa says, the Demon Lord. What the heck? Hundreds of soldiers attack the heavily fortified Demon Lord's castle. Gate. Whatever it said. I missed it. Minor botch. The soldiers can use the magic called Lifter to force the castle gate open, but they can only keep it open for a moment before it closes. During that moment, only 12 soldiers can break through. So they're using it in a different... They're communicating it in a different manner. They're using... I forget the word. Not... they're just kind of paralleling it. They're using... different words as those words. They're just using a comparison. I don't think it's symbolism. I don't know. The soldiers can only use lifter magic 3 times. The 36 soldiers who make it through the gate return triumphantly as the heroes who slew the Demon Lord. Alright, now it's a really good way to communicate it across to us, the technical bits. Putting it in simpler terms, I guess. Or in different terms. But the soldiers who were left behind are imprisoned by the Demon Lord's minions. They are taken to the castle's prison cells and turned into slimes. The heroes save them after defeating the Demon Lord, but unfortunately, they go home as slimes. Interesting.
スライムになって帰ってきた騎士さんたちがゼリーマンなんだね。
Mayuri says, "So the soldiers who went home as slimes are jellymen?" Yes, indeed, Mayuri.
だが例外もある。
Okabe says, but there's an exception. And that exception is we are out of time. So, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more of the Steins Gate visual novel. I will see you up ahead. Take her cool.